As a woman who's a registered dietitian, definitely most of my clients are going to be women. And I actually deal with a lot of women struggling with weight, obesity and other metabolic conditions. So obesity has been linked to a lot of metabolic disorders like diabetes, hypertension, cancers and even infertility in women. And that is why it is important that we take care of it if we are to ensure succession of our human race. Because if we cannot reproduce, what will happen to our next generation? It will not be in existence. So my name is Lilian Omina. I'm a registered dietitian, and in today's video we're going to talk about some of the things that you can do as an educated woman, by the way, to help you actually deal with obesity and overweight. One of the things that we need to understand is that in the 21st century there's a lot of information flow, so we cannot actually blame lack of information on actually obesity and overweight. One of the things that is ruled out, I actually rule out, is that because even the clients I actually meet are actually very aware of the things they're supposed to do, but the problem is actually actualizing it. So the first thing that you need to do is actually try to work on your mindset. Adapt a growth mindset, because it is very important in doing anything, including healthy living. And the easiest way to actually actualize change is understanding that you have a problem. You know, most of us are in denial. You'll meet someone who's very obese or someone who's overweight, and they will actually give you all the reasons or all the excuses as to why they are not understanding why they are getting obese or why they are adding their kilos. And if you spend like 24 hours with this person, you'll not even need to do any other assessments. Their dietary patterns, they're just bad, and their lifestyles. Most of us are sedentary, most of us we over snack, and then when you're sending your dietitian a picture of your plate, you'll send that very well balanced lunch or dinner plate. That is very encouraging, but again, what you do in between your meals is another thing. So it is important that you also actually look into your dietary patterns, have a food diary, write down what you have, and then you do an assessment. You can also come with that plan and also do an assessment. The problem will be screaming. It will actually show you that, and yeah, you're gaining too much weight because of over-consuming your mandazis, over-consuming your bread, over-consuming your sodas, fries and such things. Because as educated career or business women, our snacks consist of chapati, mandazi, fries or even cakes. The second thing that you are going to do is actually alter your consumption of foods with whole traditional foods. When I'm talking about traditional foods, I'm talking about things like githeri, things like fermented uji, natural malas without sugars, things that our forefathers or our grandparents or even our mothers were raised with. It's quite unfortunate because the current generation will not be able to access or even have a taste of what real food tastes like, because our parents, our mothers are busy, and we have delegated the role of taking care of our kids to our house help. It's quite unfortunate. We also need to ensure that we plan. One of the things that you can do as a woman who's busy with work Monday to Friday is actually delegate your meal preparations for the weekend. But you know, our problem, we're also tired. We want to go to the clubs, we want to go shaking our booties, we want to compete with our husbands on who can drink more and actually come home late. It is quite unfortunate, because as women we are going to let our kids down if we continue with that habit. Purpose to ensure that you also spend some time with your house help who takes care of your kids, to actually teach them the things that you want them to prepare for your babies. Because the best time to prevent obesity or overweight is before it becomes a problem. Arrest it when the kids are younger, even if you have the gene exposure to it. There is a lot of studies that has been shown that obesity can be actually adjusted with lifestyle and dietary changes. Show your kids the importance of physical workouts, show your kids the importance of healthy diet, show your kids the importance of being active during the day. Stop with the crazy screen times, stop with the crazy household restrictions whereby you want your kids to stay at home the whole day. You don't want your kids to get dirty. When you find them dirty playing outside, you want to quarrel your house help until she leaves. Come on, seriously. You need to ensure that you're taking care of your kids at this tender age, to ensure that you're protecting and preventing the occurrences of diseases later on in life. If you have no time for meal preparations, there are dietitians all over the country who are willing to come to you to actually help you prepare your meals. But prepare, they shop for you, they even make portion control and even prepare healthy snacks that you can actually carry to work over the week. Train your nanny for you if you're too busy, to ensure that you are actually have access to whole foods and traditional foods at all times, regardless of how busy you are. That is very important. The next thing that you need to do is actually manage your stress. Stress has been associated with a lot of obesity and uncontrolled weight in women. Stress is basically the body's response to psychological, emotional, and mental uncertainties. So the body actually responds by releasing cortisol, that is the stress hormone, and this cortisol is supposed to actually activate the release of energy to help your body deal with the stressful situation. So it is a good thing. The problem comes with overproduction of cortisol due to chronic stressors. And you see, the world that you are living, the environment that we have in, there's a lot of exposure to stressful situation. It can be work, it can be social life, it can be emotional, it can be physical, it can be even due to environmental and toxin exposures. This can bring a lot of stressors to your system, and when this is in a continuous, there will be actually accumulation of fat. Stress has also been associated with gut dysbiosis, which also causes unexplained weight gain in women. It is important that you ensure that every other day you take up measures to help you in dealing and managing stress. Things like walking, things like chatting, things like meditation, things like yoga, things like content creation, if you like, journaling, blogging, all those things, they are a form of communicating and expressing yourself, and they will actually help you deal with the emotional and internal stressors. For the environmental toxins, you just have to pray to God and avoid those areas that are crowded. You try so much to have clean water, to ensure that you're opening your windows to avoid air pollution in the house. Also leave the house every other few hours if you're working from home. So the next thing that you are going to do is actually ensure that you sleep well. I've talked about stress management, now I'm talking about the importance of sleep. There's a book I was reading recently, and it actually emphasized on sleep as a savior. Like, in the current world that you are living, rest is underrated. I will repeat this so many times because people think that lack of enough sleep is something that is to be celebrated because you can function effectively with 4 hours. No, that is not good. In the long run, it will be very bad for you. And lack of sleep, insomnia, has been associated, of course, with increased levels of stress, increased mental disorders like anxiety, depression, psychosis, even earlier dementia, and all these have been associated with hormonal imbalances, fluctuations, which cause a lot of weight alterations in women as well. You see, the fact that we are women is already a risk factor of hormonal imbalances. I know you have KPIs to actually achieve. I know you have profit margin that you want to achieve for your business, but also try to get some rest. It is important. The next thing that I'm going to talk about is physical exercise. We cannot talk about weight management without physical exercise. It's impossible. Physical exercise might not help you drop the kilos, but it will help you in actually maintaining and ensuring that once you drop the kilos, they stay off. That is the most important thing, because most of us can actually take up dietary patterns or plans effectively to actually help with weight management, and they actually drop the few kilos, and then after a while they gain them back because the body has adaptive mechanism, or it gets to a weight loss plateau and then the weight loss stops at that. Physical exercise will actually help you overcome all those challenges. It will actually help with better blood sugar control, improved metabolic rate, better energy expenditure and such, and all this will help with effective weight loss in the long run. So get to moving. I know you're busy, you have no time to go to the gym, but you can actually spare like 10 to 20 minutes every other day to do some physical movements. The next thing that you're going to do is actually control inflammation, because obesity is a metabolic condition that is characterized by a lot of inflammation. The most common inflammatories that are known, we have alcohol, we have cigarette smoking, we have overconsumption of sugar, we have refined and processed carbohydrates, we have bad fats like the vegetable oils, the margarines, the trans fats, and the most common anti-inflammatories we have is antioxidants. Antioxidants are from fruits and vegetables, blue, yellow, green, orange, purple, white. All these, they have phytonutrients, they have vitamins, they have minerals that actually supply your body, and they actually help you in reducing oxidative stress, which has been shown to be a contributing factor to obesity. So increase your consumption of fruits and vegetables. Purpose to take at least 3 to 4 servings of different types of fruits and vegetables every other day. Do not consume the same particular type of fruits every day, because your gut does not like that, and your metabolic health will not thrive with that. So let me know in the comment section down below what I have left behind, and make sure that you check this video on some of the effective things that you can do every other day to help you with weight management, whether you're a female or a male, and let's meet there. So until next time.